Hi, everybody. We are going to talk about the movie His House. This movie is on Netflix right now. It just got uploaded not too long ago. It came out this year, 2020. IMDb gives it a 6.4 out of 10. Basically, this African refugees couple, they escape from, I forget where it was exactly. I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. They escape from there. At least I think it was Africa. I could be wrong on that. They escape from there and they go to England to become refugees. And they get approved for this housing settlement where they keep the refugees, where they have certain rules to go by to adapt to living in England before they like make them legal or something like that. Um, I'm not sure who pretty much everybody is in this movie, except for one person, and that is Mr. Matt Smith. If you don't know who that is, he was the 11th Doctor. I had to look. I always think I get him and Tennant mixed up on their numbers, but he was the 11th Doctor of Doctor Who, and in the horror world, he's actually did some horror things. If you've seen Charlie Says, he played Charlie Manson in this, and I think he did a wonderful job as Charlie Manson. I actually like that movie quite a bit. I don't know if it's really considered horror, but it's definitely a thriller. But he plays an awesome Charles Manson. He was in Patient Zero, but I don't remember that movie, so I can't say what he played in that. He was in Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, which is kind of a corny love story zombie type movie. Um, he is one of the characters in that. I forget to write down which one he plays, but he is no doubt one of the best characters in that whole movie. I honestly think he kind of made that movie because it was kind of a silly movie, but the effects really ain't too horrible. But his character is by far like he goes courting the girls, and like one of them turns around, and I want to say he like turns. He's like, "Well, how about you then?" or something like that. I don't know. It's been a while, so that might be my memory not remembering it all that well, but I really enjoyed that movie, and I think Matt Smith is why I really enjoyed it as much as I did. But he plays in this movie is like their social worker, I guess I want to call it. So he goes and he shows them their place, and they have to report to him to check in and whatnot. So he's in this movie, but not a whole lot. It's mainly these two characters who are the refugees. And paranormal stuff pretty much starts up not too long after they get into this house. And there are some jump scares in this movie, just a few, and the effects of the ghost are, they're not just like woo type ghosts. They're actually kind of full solid things that, kind of disappear with the light. And I would say this is kind of a mix between jump scare and psychological horror, kind of. I would say, because it does kind of mess with your head a little bit. But I did enjoy this, but it has some flaws in it, so I wasn't super enjoying this movie. But it actually is pretty good. The jump scares are pretty decent. The effects are really pretty good. But it does run slow, like in between. That's what kind of gives its psychological effect to it, like the slowness in between everything, and then it just kind of amps and goes, and then it goes slow again. I think that's why I didn't really like this movie a whole lot. It wasn't one of my favorites, but still decent enough. Definitely check it out. Um, when I understood it, the ghosts are basically a product of guilt. That was my understanding, and once they accepted that, then it kind of continues and from then. But they have to basically kind of accept their guilt, and you'll know why they're guilty. It explains it throughout the movie, but you have to pay attention more of the slow times, because you kind of figure things out along the way, along with some of them that have kind of, I want to say, repressed memories. I'm trying not to give too much away, but one of them has kind of repressed memories, and you're kind of figuring along with this character. But it's really not bad. The ghosts are really decent. It's definitely worth checking out. I only gave it a 5 out of 10, but that's basically because I really didn't like the psychological part to it. That's just because it's not my type of movie. I'm not really keen in the psychology, you know what I'm saying, on the movies that make you really super think. But it was really well done. It was definitely really well done. I probably could have scored it higher in a 6, but I liked it, but it just wasn't my thing. But it's definitely something I would say go check out for yourself, especially if you like really cool like effects in movies. If you like the somewhat psychology, make you think movies. Um, if you like those kind of things, and like a jump thrown in here and there's really not a whole lot that I remember. But if you like that thrown in every now and then, definitely check this out. You will probably like it. Um, what else? I think that's about it. But yeah, His House on Netflix. Go check it out. And like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. It's,